It's Weird Java in the morning.
It's time to wake the fuck up with some Weird Java in your motherfucking cup. That's a tiny little cup you have there, sir.
Is it? This? Tiny?
No. It looks tiny. You can only fit 2 fingers in there. Psh, that's tight.
I can put my whole fist in it.
I was talking about your handle. Whoa, son!
What's going on, Kevin, man? How was your week, brother?
My week was good. Our new podcast just dropped, and it's doing sort of okay.
All right. Not bad for a first drop, right?
Yeah, it's we got 8 subscribers on the YouTube so far, so that's cool.
Yeah. Morning, Rachel.
Good morning, Rachel. How are you?
Seen the real verdict, Rachel
would start freaking working for me, I'd be freaking so happy right now. But it's not, and it's pissing me off because nothing wants to freaking cooperate.
It's not? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's just me now. Yay. Sorry, guys. We're having some technical difficulties. But while Kevin is gone, I do want to say, go and check out The Real Verdict. It's out now. First episode came out on the 6th. That was Monday. We cover Weapons, which was a great movie. And it's a spoiler episode. So we do all sorts of spoilers on every movie we talk about. We're going to go into depth about it. It's a great show. We have Kevin on there. We have Alicia Watson on there from Twisted and Uncorked. And I'm on there, and I'm the movie judge. So it's a good time. We rate movies, and then I give a final judgment on it. It's really awesome. I love it. Go check it out. Follow, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Give us a hand on it. We have another episode coming out very soon. I believe it will be this Monday or possibly next Monday. I think it's this Monday. And we will be reviewing the latest Conjuring movie. So definitely check it out. It's on YouTube, The Real Verdict. It's also on Instagram. Go follow us on Instagram and all that wonderful stuff. Also, while I have a minute here, my podcast, David Don't Know, just dropped last Thursday. I interviewed Thomas Gill. He's a writer. He wrote a pretty damn good book. I was very lucky to be asked to read the book. And I read it in like a couple of days. It's not a long book. It's like a little more than 200 pages. Very entertaining. Thomas Gill goes on about his life in the beginning and then tells you his ability. So he's a psychic medium and he can talk to the dead. And so his book essentially is stories told to Thomas Gill. That's the name of it. That's exactly what happens. And the stories are riveting. Let me just tell you, very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. There's anything paranormal in it. It's there. I love that. It's like, A lot of the stories are interesting. There's a demon there. There is tons of stuff. It's really great. Check it out. It's on Amazon, by the way. You can get it on your Kindle. You can get it on paperback, and you can get it on Audible. It's available on Audible also. Definitely check that out. Welcome back, Kevin.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm really irritated right now.
I can see that.
I might have to go get a new computer today.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, bro. With a lot of space, a lot of gigabytes, a lot of memory,
A lot of RAM.
a lot of RAM, bro.
So I'm pretty excited for this upcoming week. Starting to get back on a supplement regimen and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get yoked again. I was pretty big a couple years ago, and I've kind of lost a lot of my mass and gained a little bit of, actually not a little bit, but quite a bit of fat. And I'm trying to get out of this like lazy mentality that I've had lately when it comes to my own health and all that shit. So, and with the house, I do. I'm gonna cry. Dude, this happens so much. I mean, it's not like every time, and it's not often enough to for me to get off my ass to go get a computer. But today alone, pre-roll, and then once we started recording, it just drops out, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I can't do anything else on my computer while we're recording because it'll drop me out too. So it's frustrating. But anyways, I do have some this day in history for you. Oh wait, did I ask you about your week? You
sure didn't. You know what? And I'm pissed.
I apologize. I apologize. How was it? How was your week?
It was good, man. I had a lot of days. I would say like 4 out of the 5 weekdays. I found a moment where I just realized I'm really happy in my life. I'm really feeling happy, and I love that for me, dude, because you go back 10, 15, 20 years, that wasn't me at all. I couldn't recognize that, I couldn't feel that. It was all anger all the time. I was hard to get along with. I was rough, dude. I was a rough dude. I was pretty hard. And now I'm lucky. I feel like I'm very lucky. I feel like I can come out and say, like, I can actually spend some time being grateful for the things in my life, Kevin. I'm so happy about that, bro. I actually take time and say, I am grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for you, Kevin. I'm grateful for you, sir. And I'll say this, man. This past Sunday, not a week ago, I got a call from my bank on my card that I call my Instagram, Facebook card. That's where all this stuff goes into. There was an attempt like to take money out of my card. They called me and they said, "Hey, did you do this?" And I was like, "No." It's like, you didn't make a charge for, I think it was like $20 or something. I was like, "Right now?" He said, "Yeah, like a minute ago." And I said, "No, I did not." Okay, we're gonna have to go ahead and freeze your card, cancel it out, and send you a new one, blah blah blah. And so that was kind of cool that they're I like that when I don't go with banks, I go with credit unions, and my credit union was right on it with security, so I was very happy with that. I just got it yesterday. Like, I went and I didn't want to wait for it, so I said I'll do it on Monday, and I forgot. And then I said I'll do it on Tuesday, and then I forgot. And then I forgot all the way till yesterday, and finally got it taken care of.
That's funny. That's cool though. My bank does the same thing. They sometimes they'll do it when I leave the state, and they'll be like, "Hey, did you purchase this?" They'll send me a text message and reply yes or no. And I'll say yes. They'll give me like what the business was and what the amount was and shit like that. And they'll be like, reply yes or no. And And if I reply no, then I have to get a new card and shit. So, but I did get hacked while I was in Tennessee.
You did?
Or something. And I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if he actually hacked me or what, but the cops don't think that he got in through my phone. But what happened was I got into Tennessee and I was literally like bringing shit into my room, and I started getting these text messages about being exposed. And I'm like, being exposed? And so I'm reading them. This dude had nudes of me.
What?
Yeah. And so he created a group chat with my whole family and shared my nudes with my family.
What the hell, dude? Are you freaking kidding me right now?
No, I'm not even kidding. And I'm like, because he's like, pay me money or I'm gonna expose you. And I was like, the fuck? So I laughed at him and I was like, do it. And he's like, I can do it. And I'm like, I believe you can do it. I just don't care. I'm pretty cool with my own body. I was like, if my family sees it, I feel bad for them, but
that's hilarious, bro.
So I started talking shit to him, and then he created the group and he sent it to the group, and what he said was, this person is on gay sites looking for transgenders or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. So my ex-wife is in the chat and she fucking calls me. She goes, what the fuck is that? And I was like, I don't know. Some dude got my nudes somehow. Yeah. And it was pretty interesting. So I got pretty concerned that about my bank account there for a minute and all that, but everything seems to be all right. So it looks like he was so he's from New York, I guess, and the cops had called me and they had said that there doesn't seem to be any kind of breach on my phone and this and that. So they're like, it's probably somebody that he probably got your photos from somebody, you know. Is there anybody that would that has any bad intentions for you? I was like, well, all the girls I've ever, because the pictures that he had were like wicked old.
Okay.
They're like 5 years. They're like 5 years old. And so it's probably he most likely, because there's nobody that I've ever pissed off that I've sent those to. You know, like everything has always ended like fine, and we never I never fought with anybody that I was intimate with or anything like that. So they surmise that if anything, that he probably either hacked somebody else's phone that happened to have my pictures in there, or he knew somebody that had my pictures and went through their phone and decided to save my pictures, and probably has been doing that to a bunch of people. I'm not the only one. You know, there's no way that I'm not the only one. So, but other than that, it's out of my hands now. I'm not going to know anything. They're not going to share any information with me now at this point.
Right. Yeah, I think
what's it?
It's like probably something that works for this. He's actually getting paid by people. But he picked the wrong person, man. He picked the wrong person.
I just fucking laughed at him. Oh man, I was like, good luck with that. So the cops are like, he probably needs money for drugs or something. I was like, probably. Anywho, I'm glad that you are happy in your day to day.
Thank you.
I feel like everything is going good and going well for all of us.
Really. Mondo. So I am getting very close, Kevin, for Down the Rabbit Hole on all platforms to 500,000 followers. I am
cool.
Maybe 15.
Can I tell you something real quick? Really quick?
Talk to a brother.
I don't give a fuck.
I know. And I don't give a fuck. that you don't give a fuck. Guess who gives a fuck? Me. I give a fuck. And
You
I'm
do
very
give a
happy
fuck.
and very proud of it. And it's I don't consider it hard work, but it
Mhm.
is consistent. Consistency is the key for these things, and
For sure.
I don't miss a day. So yeah, getting to certain
No,
points,
no days off.
no days off, absolutely. But it's not work when you enjoy it,
For
and I
sure,
do
dog.
enjoy it. Half
For
a million,
sure.
500,000. The goal is 1,000,000. 500,000, getting there. Chef's kiss,
Mm,
baby.
no. No.
And I'm gonna hit it this
Mm.
month, which is freaking awesome.
Dope. I love that for you.
Me too.
All right. So I got this day in history for October 12th.
Bring it.
In 1492, Christopher Columbus lands in the Caribbean on the island he names San Salvador during his first voyage, claiming it for Spain.
Mm-hmm. Thinking it was India. What a genius. What a brilliant guy.
Mm. Well, I mean, they didn't know back then.
He sure didn't. He sure didn't.
In 1811, I'm going to say this probably incorrectly. Paraguay declares its independence from Spain and Argentina. That's
Nice.
pretty interesting. There's a lot of Spanish stuff going on this day in history.
Paraguay.
1822, Brazil proclaims its independence from Portugal, with Dom Pedro I declaring himself emperor.
Nice.
And then in 1915, British nurse Edith Cavell is executed by German forces in German-occupied Belgium for aiding Allied soldiers to escape.
Damn, son.
Mm-hmm. 1918, a massive forest fire in Minnesota kills about 453 people.
Shit.
In 1928, the first iron lung is used at Boston Children's Hospital.
Wow.
In 1944, World War II, the German occupation of Athens ends.
Really? Shit.
Yep.
That's Greek, right? That's in Greece? Athens,
Yes.
Greece? Yeah. I didn't even know that. There's so much in history that didn't even know. That's awesome.
Yeah, same. In 1945, Desmond Doss becomes the first conscientious.
Contentious?
Conscientious objector to receive the U.S. Medal of Honor.
Conscientious objector to receive the Medal of Honor. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. That's how you
Nice.
say that word.
It's a difficult word, yeah.
Yeah. I remember in high school, not high school, I think it was like 5th grade, we were learning how to spell bigger words, and conscious was one of them. And I kept saying conscience.
Yeah. Same, bro. Absolutely same. Science.
In 2000, the U.S. Navy destroyer USS Cole is attacked by suicide bombers while refueling in Aden, Yemen. 17 sailors are killed and 39 wounded.
Damn, son. I love your cup.
And it's all right, 2002. In 2002, bomb attacks on nightclub in Bali kill over 200 people, making it one of the deadliest terrorist attacks in Indonesian history.
Wow, man. I remember that.
Yep. Also, so on this day in 1792, the U.S. records its first Columbus Day observance, organized by the Society of Saint Tammany.
300 years. That's awesome.
I guess. I mean, there was a lot of things that he did that were pretty cool, but there's also some things that he did that weren't very cool. So just like like a lot of figures in history, their contribution to history was fucking kind of dope, but at the same time, they weren't good people. So it's like hard to like
contribution. I like to say that Leif Erikson is who I recognize as the first person to discover America, who is a Viking and discovered it several hundred years before. So
well, I don't credit Columbus with discovering America because he discovered the Bahamas technically.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so also I don't know. I just like he helped map things, which was pretty cool, and he like explored a lot of shit, but he just like a lot of Leif Erikson wasn't a good person either.
Yeah.
He was a pillager, you know. So like Viking, the Vikings were notorious for raiding and killing people just because they landed on somewhere that people happened to be, you know. Mm-hmm. And Columbus was doing the same thing, but for the time it was, you know, it was accepted. I mean, we don't have to accept it now,
right?
So, but anyways, that's all about that. All right, sir. Do you have Rachel's video?
Yeah, I do. Give me 1 second to pull it up. Bing and bang boom.
Yeah, dog. Finger bang boom.
Okay.
Excuse me.
All right, let's see. Okay, good. Window. Bam.
To the wall.
Boom, son. I love how. All right. Rachel, are you asleep?
She went to church.
I know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now because her eyes are closed.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. Ah, yeah. Can I play it? I can. Good morning, Weird Java. Oh, great. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I got to share with sound. This is the sound. Sorry. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Bang. Sound. Share. Y'all getting like a... Here we go. All right. And then we'll do this. And then we'll do this. Why can't I play it, dude?
Good morning, Weird Java fam.
Do you hear it?
Hello, everyone. So, first of all, happy Sunday. It's actually Sunday morning, not long before this show starts. So, I feel like I'm kind of a part of the show this morning. I am very behind. And another thing, I am sitting outside in my beautiful backyard, and there's a lot of extra noises. So, if you hear birds, if you hear train or cars, I apologize. It is what it is. But we are here. We are going to do a missing person segment. No Heather this morning because we're late, obviously. We've had a very, very busy week around here, but I did not want to miss this. So, first of all, cheers. Happy Weird Java Sunday, and let's talk about this. So, it will be a little different today because I'm sharing about a missing person, but I am also sharing an update that came in yesterday that I'm hoping we can send in whatever way people do this, whether it's sending prayer, well wishes, good vibes, whatever it may be, because some remains were found yesterday, and this may be in connection to a man who has been missing now for 6 years. His name is Chance Engelbert. Chance was living in Moorcraft, Wyoming with his wife and son. They had traveled to visit the in-laws on July 4th that weekend of 2019 to Gering, Nebraska. And while he was there, it said that he just walked off, never to be seen again. And the story that came out like over time was that when he went to Nebraska, he went with his wife and son, and then Chance and his father-in-law and brother-in-law ended up going golfing one morning. And while they were out golfing, there may have been a conversation about this new job that Chance was going to be starting the following Monday, because he was recently let go of a longtime job he had at a coal mine. And there may have been a conversation about this new job having less money. So anyways, if this happened, there's conversation that this happened, he got really upset about it. He did not like how the conversation went. So when his wife, Bailey, and him, she came to pick him up from the golf course, they were driving back to the family's house. He was upset, and she was trying to diffuse the situation before they got back to his family's house. And so when they pulled up, Bailey took their son out of the car, took him inside, and when she came back outside, Chance was nowhere to be found. So now, she comes out, he's not there. This whole big, huge search takes place, and I'm talking big search for Chance. So there was 18 different agencies. There was ground search, air and water search. There was dive teams, cadaver and scent dogs. A whole canal was drained, but no Chance. There has been possible sightings reported of Chance throughout states and throughout the years, but there's also been remains that have been found over time that could possibly be linked to Chance, but they've always came back to not be him. A body yesterday, so October 11th, was found in the Scotts National Monument, which was only about 3 to 5 miles from where Chance was last seen. A body was found there. And so the family, Chance's family, had actually hired a private investigator, and this private investigator does believe that this is more than likely Chance. And there's so much more with this too, because there's a lot of background where, his wife had pretty much wanted a death certificate pretty early on because of the fact that she wanted to, get insurance money. She wasn't working. So we don't know all the details there of, could there possibly be more? Could it have been the fact that she's still trying to protect and, be there for her son and she needed that money? We don't know yet. So we're, with this body and with what they're saying that, there might have been things at this scene where the body was found that are linked to Chance. So maybe that will be able to kind of fill in all of those questions if it was more than him just walking off and unfortunately losing his life to the natural elements, or if there was something else more tumultuous that happened. So it is a waiting game at this point. The hard thing is, and it's hard and hopeful, I guess, because if this is Chance, his family gets some resolution and there's a little clarity in where they are with everything after 6 years. But at the same time, if it's not him, if it is him, there's no longer that hope that he might be able to come home someday. So either way, If you guys, like I said, if you send prayers, well wishes, vibes, please send those to the Engelbert family. They need it right now. And if you guys have any information on the disappearance of Chance Engelbert, please contact the Gering Police Department at 308-436-5089. Chance Engelbert is described as a white male, 5'11" and 195 pounds. He would be 31 years old right now, brown hair, blue eyes, and he was last seen in a button-down Wrangler shirt. He was wearing Wrangler jeans. He had boots on and a white trucker cap. All right, you guys, that is it. This is really long. Sorry, apparently, if I don't have Heather here. But I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday, and we will be back next time together, I promise. I kind of dropped the ball and did not get her in on this one, but either way, love you guys. We will talk to you guys next time. Bye.
Do you have thoughts, David? David.
Yeah. My first thought is I'm loving the nature vibe she went with. That was great. My second thought is Marvel t-shirt, awesome. I'm hoping that this is the guy. And the one thing I was thinking about the most is, when families are missing a family member, when they find that person and that person is deceased, it does bring closure, and closure is important as opposed to not knowing what happened, right?
For sure.
It's still not the result you want, right? It's not what you want to find is your loved one deceased. You don't want to find that, but it does beat not knowing what happened a lot. And it sucks because it's like a double-edged sword, man. It's like you don't know what happened. It's been years, 6 years, she said, I believe, and then if this is really him, you know that he has passed, and it breaks your heart. But the searching is over, and that at least that part comes to an end. And I say at least because it's a terrible thing to find out that your loved one died and you don't know when, how long. It's probably been the 6 years, right? Would you think? I don't know.
I don't know, like, because to me it kind of seems like he just took off because he was afraid that he couldn't provide anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a possibility.
But did he kill himself? You know what I mean?
Right? Is it possible? Yeah, for sure possible.
Yeah.
You would hope someone like that would understand that kind of solution hurts more than not being able temporarily to provide. You can bounce back from anything, man. It's possible. If you're feeling this way, you have to feel those emotions, but you have to like, okay, I acknowledge this, and then move forward, man. You got to move forward and find a solution, because there's way better solutions, especially for your family, than doing this. If that's what happened, we don't know if that's what happened or not. I guess we'll find out pretty soon. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, thank you. I know it was last minute, and I appreciate it. Even though I told you didn't have to do it, one. I still appreciate it. Obviously,
she is awesome, man. She does such a great job, and
she's so busy.
Yeah, she's like got a ton of stuff going on. Like Mother Like Murder is blowing up, and she's got a production company, very much like you, sir. And I know how busy you are. She's just as busy, man. So, and just doing that, we're really grateful. We're really grateful for that, Rach. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I got a story for you, though.
Yeah. Fucking good music. I love this music.
All right. So, Chicago.
Yes.
April 22nd, 1987. A terrified woman dials 911, her voice trembling. They're coming through the medicine cabinet, she says. The operator hesitates, unsure what she means, but minutes later, the police would be dispatched to her home, which was a project development in Chicago and considered to be extremely dangerous.
Was that Cabrini Green?
No. Police would show up at her door, knocking on her door. They had dispatch call her phone. They could hear her phone ringing. Nobody was answering. So what did they do? They should have broke down the door, but they just left.
Wow.
So Ruthie Mae McCoy, a 52-year-old woman living alone in a public housing project, was actually fighting for her life in that time. So this story is about Ruthie McCoy. She was failed by the system, ignored by neighbors, and remembered today as one of the most chilling examples of urban neglect and horror. This story actually inspired the movie Candyman.
Oh, no shit.
Yes.
Nice.
So a little bit about Ruthie. She was born in 1935 in Arkansas and raised in Chicago's South Side. Life was never easy. Poverty shadowed her, and so did mental illness. And she suffered from with schizophrenia. So some serious mental issues. And though she was often coherent and lucid, her paranoia and erratic behavior led neighbors to dismiss her as crazy. So one of the things that she used to do was she would pretend thing, like people would see her in the halls. She would have like this little stick, and it would look like she's sword fighting people in the hallway, but there's nobody there. And she also would check people's doors, her neighbors' doors, and if they were unlocked, she would walk in and say, "What are you doing? Why isn't your door locked?"
What the hell?
Yeah. She wasn't violent. Dr. Joan Washington, psychologist, said she wasn't violent. She was lonely and misunderstood and needed help, but the resources simply weren't there. So by 1987, Ruthie was living alone in the Grace Abbott Homes, a decaying public housing project in Chicago's which was notorious for crime, drugs, and neglect. But she was trying. She was attending therapy, applying for disability benefits, and hoping to move into a better apartment. So she gets on this new medication. She starts feeling better. Starts getting disability checks, and she's watching church on TV, and so she's buying stuff for I guess what seemed to be, she was buying blessed objects or whatever, trying to get miracles. And obviously TV churches were like, send us more money and we'll send you your miracles and blah blah blah. So she kept hearing she was staring at herself she stared at herself in the mirror a lot. And this is speculated, this isn't like true because we don't know, because she's lived alone. But apparently she would stare in her mirror a lot and pray for miracles. And every time she did, she would hear something behind her mirror. And she started going, and she would talk about it occasionally to where people were like, this lady's fucking crazy. She's losing her mind. So at 8:45 p.m., police were dispatched to Ruthie's apartment after she had called 911. Her unit was 1109 in the Abbott Homes, but when they arrived, there was no response. They knocked, no answer. They tried the doorknob, and it was locked. Neighbors claimed they heard nothing unusual. The officers left without entering the apartment, like I previously stated. So the next day, neighbors noticed something was wrong. Ruthie's door was still locked. Her mail piled up. No one had seen her. A resident named Deborah Lacey called the police again, begging them to check on Ruthie. And she's quoted as saying, "She wouldn't just disappear. She was scared. I told them, go inside. Something happened." It would take 2 more days before police returned, this
Jesus
time
Christ.
with housing authority security officers when they finally broke down the door on April 24th. Ruthie Mae McCoy lay face down on the floor, dead from 4 gunshot wounds in her chest, abdomen, shoulder, and thigh. She'd been killed almost immediately after the desperate 911 call. The apartment was ransacked. Her TV, radio, and valuables were all gone. But the most shocking discovery wasn't what was missing. It was how the killers got in. Investigators found the medicine cabinet removed from the bathroom wall. Behind it, an empty cavity large enough for a person to climb through. And beyond that cavity, the bathroom of the apartment next door. They literally came through the wall.
Jesus. Just like she said.
Yeah, so she was talking about hearing things behind her mirror, and it was people in the walls.
God damn.
Police quickly identified suspects Timothy Brown and John R. Honduras, known criminals from the building. Witnesses claimed they'd been seen carrying stolen goods from Ruthie's apartment. Both men were arrested and charged with her murder, but the case was shaky. Witnesses were unreliable, evidence circumstantial, and the Public Housing Authority refused to release certain maintenance records that might have shown the building's dangerous design flaws. After a lengthy trial, the suspects were acquitted.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The Grace Abbott homes were demolished in 2007, but the damage had long been done. Ruthie's death became a rallying cry for housing reform advocates, a symbol of how poverty, mental illness, and systemic neglect converge in tragedy. Chicago Sun-Times reporter says if Ruthie McCoy had lived in a neighborhood with working locks, functioning walls, and responsive police, she might still be alive. And right before this happened, with her disability checks and shit coming in, she was saving them up to move closer to her daughter and her granddaughter. So she was getting close to really moving out of there to begin with anyway. Her story even echoed into pop culture. Clive Barker's Candyman and its iconic image of a killer emerging through apartment walls was directly inspired by Ruthie's murders. It was obvious, and it was the set scene of, Chicago's housing developments. The very first Candyman. We saw that. Mm-hmm. But beneath the urban legend is a real woman, a woman who cried out for help, a woman no one believed, a woman whose life mattered. Ruthie McCoy was 52 years old. She deserved safety. She deserved compassion. Instead, she became a cautionary tale and a haunting reminder of the invisible lives society chooses not to see. And that was her story. The death of Ruthie Mae McCoy remains one of Chicago's most infamous unsolved murders. Despite national outrage and calls for reform, no one was ever convicted. Her story continues to raise questions about public housing safety, systemic neglect, and how we respond to those society labels as unreliable. And if this will allow me to do so, I would like to share a picture of Ruthie.
Does it say unsolved? Were those guys?
It is unsolved.
Those guys were not the people who killed her?
They couldn't prove it.
Wow. I'm shocked by that because it seems pretty obvious it was them, especially since they took her stuff. They came through the wall. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but the problem is that freaking with that stuff, like, because there was multiple people with her stuff,
Really?
so the selling it or whatever. Can you see her?
No.
No. What the hell? Why isn't it sharing? This is so dumb. Riverside, you're pissing me off, dog.
Yeah, that's a terrible story, man.
How about it?
I did not know about that, about the Candyman connection. That's really awesome. Clive Barker's one of my favorite writers, and wow. So did she have? Oh, okay, I see her. Poor lady, man. Was it
She
schizophrenia she
looked like
had?
a sweet lady too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody's grandma.
schizophrenia.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
schizophrenia. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense with the hit. She's hearing voices. She's seeing things that aren't there. That fits that that disease. It's very sad, man. She was so close. She was getting better. The medication was working. It seemed like things were going in the right direction, and then this. Horrible,
Mm-hmm.
horrible.
Yeah, yeah.
Great story,
I
sir.
thought like her neighbors were from what I've read, her neighbors were annoyed with her, but they also did. It just wasn't like they dissed her. Because she would barge into their apartments and be like, "Why the fuck isn't your door locked?" Which just to me means to me like she like cared about like her neighbors.
Right. It's a weird approach to it, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
damn, son. That's crazy.
Yeah, dog. It is crazy. It is crazy. I feel bad, but
Me too.
um,
Bring us up, big dog.
but I got some palate cleansers here for you.
That's a good point, Heather. It is kind of like OJ. Yeah. Woohoo!
All right, doggy dog.
3 stories. One of them is from Florida. Guess which one it is. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes story number 1.
Story number 1. A man decided to rob a bank, but forgot one small detail: anonymity. Anonymity. Doing it anonymously. There we go.
All right.
Instead of bringing a blank note, he scribbled his demand on the back of his own pay stub, complete with his full name and address.
Shit.
He handed the note to the teller, who calmly gave him the cash and then handed the slip of paper to police. They found him at home less than I'm sorry. I'm like, why did I write it like that? They found him at home less than an hour later, still counting the money.
Wow. He didn't even finish counting? God damn.
No. That's how
Slow
fast
ass
it was.
Counter. Jesus.
All right. So
ripe for Florida, bro.
Here's a good
I'm
one.
saying that's a good one. Ripe for Florida. Story.
All right.
What do you think?
Story number 2, Doug.
I
got story number 2 for your ass.
Get it.
A man dialed 911 not once, but 3 fucking times to report an emergency, and his emergency was his pizza order was wrong. When officers arrived, they found him standing outside the restaurant demanding an arrest for pizza fraud.
Oh,
instead,
my God.
He was arrested for misuse of 911.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh,
It
man.
is.
That's a good one, too. Shit, that's 2 possibly from Florida. Wow. Okay. All right.
All right.
Wow.
So, story number 3. A man's car battery died, and instead of using jumper cables or a charger, he had the bright idea to plug the battery into a wall socket using metal cutlery. Sparks flew, literally. The fork welded itself into the socket, and the lights in his place blew out, and the fire department had to be called when his curtains caught on fire. Amazingly, he was unharmed, but completely stupid.
Yeah. Damn, dude, you got 3 good ones. 3 good ones. So I'm gonna. That one is. God damn. That one is pretty dumb. But you know, back in elementary school, we had this guy named Brad. It was a
Bradley.
He wasn't the fastest guy, and one day during school, we're all sitting in class. This genius goes to the back of the school, and he's putting a paper clip that he had like stretched out into the socket. He's doing this, and then all of a sudden, poof! Right, you hear this loud bang, and he is knocked backwards, nearly to the front of the class. So that's in Texas. I'm gonna say 3 isn't Florida. 1 and 2. That's a tough one. What do you think, Heather? What do you think? Shit. 2 is so dumb. I'm gonna go 2, and I'll say the reason why is because his pay stub, bro. And then it's an hour later. He's at his house, and he's still counting the money after an hour. Damn, that's I have to say that is dumb beyond. I love number 1 too. I almost feel like I could possibly be Florida. I feel like you've done 2 Florida stories in this one, but I'm gonna go with number 2. That's where I'm gonna. Yeah, so Heather's with me on number 2.
So the pay stub one.
2. Yes.
I mean, no. Number 2 is calling 911 on the pizza for pizza. Damn, no, okay. Story number 1 is writing on the pay stub.
Okay, then I'll go with story number 1. Heather's going with story number 2. Calling for pizza, that's pretty fucking stupid. But I think that's happened a lot. Like, people have done that before. That's like not something that's like specifically to Florida, because it's happened before, and I've heard this story. Like, heard several stories of this. So I'm gonna say number 1.
Okay.
Pay stub guy.
Okay. All right. In the UK, a man tried to use cutlery to charge his car battery.
Okay, I feel good about that. The UK.
It's called Current for a reason, and it doesn't mix with silverware.
It's probably Billy from
in Florida.
Billy and Liam. I'm sure it's Billy.
In Florida.
Yeah.
To protect and serve and fix your pizza toppings. So story number 2, the Florida man calls 911 over his pizza order.
Wow.
Story number 1, where he demanded money with his own pay stub, was in Ohio with Heather.
Damn, son.
Was it Heather? It was probably Heather, actually.
Yes.
I kid, a joke.
Good job, Heather. Good job.
All right. So I have quite a bit of quotes for you today.
Bring it.
Quote number 1. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
No, Heather.
Quote number 2. It's but the flesh wound.
Ooh, it's but a flesh wound. I know this one.
You do know this one.
Oh, I'm gonna say that's Danny McBride. I'm gonna say no,
Nope.
It's not Danny McBride. Fuck. It's but a flesh wound.
It might be It's Just a Flesh Wound. I could be quoting it wrong.
Okay. Princess Bride?
Nope.
Damn it, Heather. I was gonna say my original one was Pineapple
Nope.
Express. No. I don't know.
Monty Python
Oh, I've never seen it.
and the Holy Grail.
Never seen it. Damn, I gotta
You
see
know,
that.
you never seen the fight with the Black Knight where he cuts his legs off and
I've
his
seen
arms
clips of that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I've
right.
seen clips of that, but I've never seen the movie. Yes. You got
Quote
it,
number
Heather. Yes.
3. Quote number 3. Show me the money.
Tom Cruise, Cuba Gooding Jr. called damn. I did not take my creatine this whole week. I know the movie.
What the fuck? I didn't take my creatine, so I can't guess these movies.
Jerry something, right? Jerry Maguire.
Uh-huh.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, there you go, Doug. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Took me a second. Homie.
Quote number 4. The rug really tied the room together.
The Big Lebowski.
Oh my God. Yeah, good job.
Did it?
Quote number 5. A fat guy in a little coat.
Tommy Boy.
Yeah, Doug.
Man. Fat guy in a little coat.
Next one is As If. As If.
Clueless.
Yeah, Doug. There you go.
Yeah.
Last quote for you. Alrighty then.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Boom! Pa! 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 I'm on fire. That's right. That's right. The only one I didn't get is the one I didn't see.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna see that. That's on the agenda. Check out the real
All right.
verdict, Heather. The real verdict. And see weapons before you see them.
Yeah, Doug. We have a trailer review coming out on Monday for The Conjuring, and then the week after the Conjuring episode will come out. So check it out.
Go see the
Check
Conjuring,
it out.
the last Conjuring, Conjuring 4, and then listen to us talk about it. And we're gonna prosecute the shit out of that one. You just watch. You gotta watch. Just like we did on weapons. Just like we did on weapons, dog.
Just keep in mind that David does suck. So at podcasting.
Apparently I do. I guess. That's from my producer, by the way. He does know.
I don't know shit. Doug, I don't know shit. All right. So yeah, I am. Yeah. I wanted to get everybody. I wanted to get people's thoughts on this. So I'm thinking about stopping, not doing the lives anymore. Obviously, constantly running into troubles. I can't fucking stay on screen a lot of the times. But I am considering converting Weird Java in the Morning into more of a true crime podcast, where we do the missing person segment, true crime story, and then we'll do David's creepy video, which actually I was just about to end the show and I forgot that I have a creepy video this week. So I'm going to share that one now.
Right. Yeah.
Fucking A. Losing my mind over here today, dude.
It's creepy time.
Is this going to play or what? What the hell's happening? Riverside needs to get its act together because I pay for this shit.
Gotta go StreamYard, dog.
The Greys buzz. They let off some sort of electrical discharge, buzzing, vibration. That's what I've been told. Due to the vibration levels of the Greys, they vibrate in another frequency. They are androids made by the tall Greys. When they near death naturally, they download themselves into another body. And he said to Barb, human beings eventually are going to be embarrassed when they find out that we are just, a container here, that we have numerous lives, that reincarnation is so real.
Bam! There it is.
Reincarnation, huh?
So the gray, he's talking about the gray aliens, the tiny 3'4" looking aliens. And I'm fascinated by the grays. I've always had a theory that these things are not like they're androids. I've always wondered if they are, because they just do what they're supposed to do and they're not stopped by anything. And I do cover that on my first episode, cover the grays, and I find them very interesting. They're created by the tall grays, which are the actual people behind them. So yeah, fascinating. Another theory that he covers there briefly is that we are reincarnated. Our souls leave and then they come back in another body, and that's like a prison.
Yeah, like we're recycled.
Yeah, we're recycled. And the Greys are fascinated by that. They're trying to figure out how or why that works. Why do we get to do that? And so I don't know. That's fascinating. I do believe in reincarnation. I think that's a real thing. But I can't prove it. So David don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, just Kevin. So
Kevin don't know.
That is fascinating. I like I'm intrigued by alien stuff. The Greys and all that shit.
In episode 1 of David Don't Know, we talk about Stardust Ranch, which is it was at the time, it's not that way anymore, but at the time it was a 10-acre one home type of thing. It was the dream home of these people that moved into it, and they had a lot of problems with the Greys. They just kept showing up and abducting them. And then the gentleman who, he saw his wife being let out by them, and so he tried to reason with them. They're not to be reasoned with. You can't reason with an android, man. So he bought all these weapons to try and stop them. And he did. He claims to have killed 17 or 18 of them.
Yep.
And I have Amanda Goodwin as my guest on that episode. She goes into great detail because she did a lot of research on this, and it's just fascinating. It was just fascinating. So definitely go check that out. That's episode 1 of David Don't Know. If you haven't seen it already, it's a good one. The Greys are fascinating to me, man. I don't ever want to see one of those fools, but kind of do. Just don't abduct me. That's all I ask. Don't abduct me.
I feel you. I share the sentiment.
Yeah.
I'd like to see them just as long as they're not fucking with me.
Exactly. Leave my body alone, homie.
Yeah. So that's that today. So check out David Don't Know podcast. Check out the Real Verdict podcast. Obviously, if you're here, you probably occasionally check out Where the Weird Ones Are. So that's cool. Thank you for that.
Where the Weird Ones Are. Yeah.
Also, I'm in 7th place of the quarterfinals for Face of Halloween right now. So I could use some votes. Wow. Yeah. There's
every day, big dog.
There's a scare actor in there, and she's been staying in 1st and 2nd place right now. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to win this part. So, and there's a lady also in there that's pretty big on Instagram.
I have an actor in one of the movies.
Well, she's not a movie actor. She's a scare actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about scare, like, whatever that movie is. I forgot what it's called.
No, just
everyone seems to love this movie.
Oh.
With what's Ghostface? I think. What name of that movie? Ghostface. Guy?
Scream.
Yeah, that one. I thought you were talking about Scream for some reason. But yeah, dude, help him out. Let's vote en masse. And I know Heather's been voting like crazy. We need more people. Like
yeah, and I appreciate it.
Kevin.
It was 2-for-1 voting last night, and I posted about it. Let me see if they're still doing 2-for-1 voting, because I was gonna offer to send $100 to somebody to vote for me for the $100, so I get 200 votes.
Yeah,
because it's $1 a vote.
Send it to me, big dog. I'll do it. Send it to me.
Well, I have to wait for it to be on 2-for-1 voting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't know, if Kevin wins, he gets to meet one of the biggest all-time actors.
It's 2-for-1 voting right now.
Right now. 2-for-1.
Right now.
Allie says she'll do it.
7th place.
Jamie Lee Curtis. He gets to meet Jamie Lee Curtis. He gets to meet an actor from Scream. The gentleman, I can't remember his name, Matthew Lillard. Yeah, I remembered his name. And then someone else from another movie, which is awesome. And he wins $13,000. So let's give him a leg up on this. Let's vote. Get out there and vote. Make sure we get Kevin to number 1, man. Come on. Let's do it.
Yeah, Doug. Yeah, Doug. Yeah,
right.
Doug. All right. So I am considering again, like I was saying before I switched before I realized that I needed to play the last segment. But I am considering changing Weird Java in the Morning into a true crime podcast. We do cover true crime stories, and as much as I love doing the Florida Man and stuff like that, like it's become it's hard to find. It's getting harder and harder to find those stories now. There's a ton of them. There's ton of stories in Florida. It's just harder to find this because they have so many dumb criminal stories that, I've run out of the out-of-state dumb criminals. So I want to be able to find just dumb stories, people doing dumb stuff, like the girl who put freaking Gorilla Glue in her hair and shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just to try and hold her weave, and then she tried to sue the Gorilla Glue company and everything about it, and they're like, "You're not supposed to put this in your fucking hair, you dumbass." But anyways, so it's just like stuff like that, and it's just getting harder and harder to find. But I thought it would be. I do enjoy bringing light to true crime and stuff, which is why I have it as a segment. But I think I want to still do the missing person segment from Like Mother Like Murder, do a true crime story, and we kind of just talk about it. And maybe David can bring a story too once in a while, because he used to do it on 1-0, and nobody knows what's going on with 1-0. I hope Amanda's okay. David talks to her every day, so I'm sure she's all right. But
she's doing great. Yeah, she's doing great. She is better than she was. Good. That's for sure. Yeah.
Good. So I'm considering that. I don't know if I'm going to do that yet right now, but it's something that I thought about just because going live, obviously we run into issues sometimes, but other times, sometimes I just don't want to go live, it's easier to edit if I'm not, and then I might say something stupid, and I don't want to say something stupid, I guess. I don't fucking know. But it's just a thought. I feel like it would be easier on me if I cut down on the research part of it. So
Yeah, so
That's
let us
all.
know what you think about this. Yeah, tell us how you feel, and give us some feedback on that. That would be great.
Yeah, Doug. Yeah, Doug. So if we do it, I might. I'm probably going to create a new YouTube and stuff like that, and we'll still put videos out. We'll still record, and I do think it'd be a lot easier.
You do think.
I do think. Mm-hmm.
You do.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Heather. I appreciate you a lot.
Oh,
but
thanks.
Other than that, we're fucking out of here. Stay golden, guys. Pony boy.
Have a good one.